Let me start our presentation tonight. Tonight, we will address an update which has happened just recently with OptionVue. They released a new 7.43 release, and it allows to work with Australian Stock Exchange data in connection with interactive brokers. As always, I have to do a disclosure that presented materials are only for educational purpose and should not be constructed as personal and financial advice. Futures and futures options not suitable to all investors and, of course, involving risks. We provide educational support and software. We as Options 21. Okay, so first of all, it is a great achievement that we managed to bring back OptionVue to Australian market. Although it is only first step, we see that in the future it will continue to extend its facilities. OptionVue would continue to provide more and more access to different features which it provides on US market, and this is only first step. And from that perspective, of course, it is good achievement. How this offer is structured? Basically, in order to work with ASX data, you need to have a few things together. First of all, you need to download every month or so a list of codes, and this is equity codes. I'd like to underline this moment because we don't provide any indices at this point of time. So the codes are available for free directly from ASX website, and you can see address over here. I will just mark it in red. Use my pen. You can see this is address, and this address is directly on ASX data. All you need to do, you need to click on this on the website and save it as, and save as should be CSV file, which is Excel format as well. And you need to activate your connection with Trader Workstation, assuming that you do have latest version of OptionVue 7.43, and consider that you have these two together. You will be able to work with data and analyze your position in equity only, not in indices at this point of time. I will show you a website which is optionvue.com or optionvue.com.au or Options 21. All these websites have direct access to detailed explanation, but tonight I would like to address all steps which are required to enable your newest software. The latest release has to be available for you and available through OptionVue, and then you will be able to set it up. So first step, you need to do settings into your Trader Workstation with interactive brokers. Of course, you need to log into your Trader Workstation. Secondly, you will need to go to global configuration and bring up Trader Workstation configuration. I will show you in a minute how it looks like, but just we'll go through these points first. Next step, you will need to enable API. You can see API, which will allow to connect external data from interactive brokers to OptionVue, to the model which calls broker quotes. Assuming that you do have this model with OptionVue, it will enable you to get data from interactive brokers, quotes from interactive brokers to your OptionVue. Okay, and then in settings, IB settings, you need to point your computer to itself, and there is address 127.0.0.1, and by doing so, your computer will connect to itself and pick up the data from interactive brokers to OptionVue. And once you complete it, you need to accept these changes, and Trader Workstation will run. Okay, then it looks like this. This is configuration in your Trader Workstation, and I just mark whatever is really important. So you can see first item is enable ActiveX socket and clients. That must be enabled. Okay, you can actually activate all of them, because then you will see your records, your trailing records, what has happened, whether there was an accurate message through, etc. But it's more technical, and it's totally up to you. But at least enable ActiveX and socket clients must be set correctly. Secondly, socket port. You can see this number is 7496. This number should match with settings on your OptionVue. Okay. And third part, you will create this button. You will create a new IP address, as I mentioned to you, which will connect your interactive broker platform to OptionVue. So you need to put 127, you create, and then 127.0.0.01. And then you hit apply and hit OK. So that's all done in interactive brokers to connect with external party. And it's not only for OptionVue, but as well, you might use it for other purposes. What you need to do on OptionVue itself. On OptionVue, you need to make sure that you're running latest version 7.3, and that has been released just a couple of weeks ago. If you don't run this version, you need to contact me, and we will arrange the updates for you. And updates cost $399, and in conjunctions with other packages, if you would like to renew your other packages, it could be given to you for free if you're buying lots of other packages. If you just would like to upgrade your program, then it is just $399, and it gives you a best of OptionVue latest version, plus it gives you as well ability to connect with interactive brokers ASX data. So once you run OptionVue, you can download your ASX data, and this link is available again on our websites, and I'll show you websites at the end. And you need to click on this link, and you need to save file as, again, as CSV, and then place this file downloaded to your computer, to the main drive in directory OptionVue 7 background folder. Just copy, just save it over there directly, and you will need to update it every month or so. Once strikes will be different, and the listed options on ASX can be different. So variation of that has to be adjusted. Okay, then you will start OptionVue, and next you will need to enable your reception from interactive brokers. On the right hand side corner, you will click quote reception, and there will be a few options. If you subscribe for OptionVue, for instance, BackTrader, you might have data through BackTrader, or you could have data through broker quotes. So these models are different, and they present different sources of data, and you need to select specifically quote reception as broker quote, interactive brokers. I'll show you in a minute. And next, you will select interactive brokers, click OK, and you probably will have as well message in your interactive broker platform asking if you are happy to access third-party data. And then you need to agree, of course, to enable such connection. And you may have some problem with your initially settings. There could be some errors, but I'll mention that in a minute. So that's the right-hand side corner, this green globe. It's normally rotating itself, and if you click on it, you will have next screenshot. You can see over here, it's quotes reception. Okay, and this drop box allows you to select interactive brokers. So you'll get data from interactive brokers. Notice that your port number is 7496, exactly the same as it was with interactive brokers, and as well, very important, the symbol limit. What does it mean? It means that interactive brokers will give you access simultaneously to 100 lines. This is important because if you have lots of positions on your watch list, or if you are having, for instance, open in your OptionVue metrics with few months, then numbers of quotes, as you can see over here, can be significantly more than 100. And this is because each position will be counted as line. This is limitation of interactive brokers because they do not provide more than 100 quotes unless if you trade a lot, or there is a special package upgrade. From my memory, it is $30 you can pay and you can double your quotes, and then you'll get more data. But what you can do, you can focus on these combinations which are important for you at this point of time, which you are actually trading. And that's not necessarily you need to have all strikes. You can be more specific about your strikes and expirations, and it will reduce significantly numbers of quotes. But this is important because if you've got here 400 quotes and here is only 100, then you'll get error message and system will not allow you to fulfill the data. Okay, next important stuff is the metric settings. Once you are in OptionVue, you need to set specific strikes, and I will show you again how to do it. This is only a preview, and then we'll go through step by step again. But under Define button in OptionVue, you will see options, and then you will see strikes, and you see the symbols, and you will need to type, of course, name first, and you will need to type strike, and then you'll need to type, for instance, BHP-A underscore. That's the system related to data which you downloaded from ASX, and it's in sync with data from interactive brokers. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of manual job, and we appreciate your time, and of course it's not necessarily convenient, but as I said, we are discussing several other options, and I'll cover them later. So initially you need to set your strikes, whatever strikes you would like to do, and it will by definition pick up right multiplication. Multiples are hundreds, and then you need to set April or May or June, whatever months it is. You don't need to really type dates here. You just type month, and then system will automatically take this information from the spreadsheet which you already downloaded and saved into your folder with OptionVue 7. Next, let me just tick again the name. You need to put name, then you need to put strikes, just type the number here, then you need to type the months, and it will automatically fill the expiration dates. And then next you need to put smallest tick is 0.01. So if you put 0.01, and then you need to save this symbol specification, WMS, then it should be okay. You click OK, saved, and it will be recorded. Right, so at some point you might have errors, and we just came across to one specific error when you're unable to create Trader Workstation interface. Okay, so in this case, you will need to go through steps by steps, which are very, very simple. To enable, you basically need to exit OptionVue, and then you need to go to your folder in your computer main drive, which is C drive, OptionVue folder, and you will find file name. It depends what kind of operation system you have, but it could be either rec TWS or rec TWS exe. And you just need to run this as administrator, And once it's completed, you say no, don't open OptionVue, and start again to the point when you normally upload data. So from the beginning, basically. Okay, you can simply do that. And there is as well some picture how to do it. You can see this is computer C drive, and you go to the folder OptionVue 7, and then you see there is rectws. So you click on right click, and then you select run as administrator, and the system will take place, and the system will start to run the program. And as I said, you say no to run OptionVue immediately. But next step, you will be able to add your strikes, and it should work for you. All right, what will be future developments which we are currently discussing with several parties? First of all, we would like to enable this project as not mechanical and manual, but more automated. And in order to do so, we need to have very reliable and long-term partner for data feed in Australia from ASX. We are currently considering few options. If you are for some reason connected to ASX and you're dealing with data feed, please do let me know, and maybe you can help us as well. But at this point of time, we are still discussing several options with different providers. So once we will finalize our providers for ASX data, we will do some upgrades with OptionVue itself, and we will connect data. So all strikes will be automated. You don't have to type it in. And as well, it will allow us to enable backtesting and charts on ASX data. Of course, at this point of time, it's not available. It's more about your profit and loss calculation. I'll show you in a second what it does. But it does not provide you access to backtesting nor to charts. And once it's done, of course, we expect that the following releases will be more advanced in terms of ASX indices, and we hope that it will allow us to analyze indices as well, not only equity, because at this point of time, it's only equity. Okay, so these are my data, and please write it down. And of course, many of you already have this information. So this is optionvue.com.au, our local website, which I'm basically maintaining. And of course, OptionVue in Australia and New Zealand is working under Options 21. Options 21 is holding license, and it's exclusive representative of OptionVue, but we just created recently OptionVue website, so you can as well see some updates just specifically about OptionVue. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes to write it down if you have a need for it, and I will switch to real process how to do it and show you in a second. Okay, so first of all, let me switch to interactive brokers. And under interactive brokers, you can see this is a new platform, and it looks slightly different, but still functions are pretty much the same. You can see that there is a key, and you can basically enable new global settings over here. Sorry, it's just running slow. I think it's just shut itself down. Well, I think the OptionVue itself is well important part. Let me just start from OptionVue. Let me come back to the settings in OptionVue. I think with IB was quite clear that you need to enable API address, and at another point you can see right click, and you can see there is a drop menu. There are other sources of information. And by the way, we do have eSignal as a new addition. It used to be available for Australian clients as well, and then the contract has expired, and now they renew the connection. It's free, so you can get e-signal. However, e-signal data will not cover Australian market. It will cover only global markets, US markets. So you can see that without IB trader workstation, system will not work, and it will give you an error. But once we start again the interactive brokers, and I'll do it in a second, I'll just freeze my screen, and I will come back to you in a second. Just while it's loading, again, we feel sorry that you have to do so much in terms of manual, but it is still first step, and we believe that once we have more sales and once we have more interested party in ASX, we can prove further investment into this development. And of course, our prime focus is to get stable data provider from Australia itself, which will allow us to do some charting and back testing. Okay, just a minute. I'm sure we'll enable again interactive brokers in a second. It's coming up. Just a few seconds.
Okay, while Mikhail's doing that, you just relax and do that on your own. For those people that are in Melbourne, I'll be speaking at the Australian Technical Analysts Association annual conference in Melbourne. I think the date's the 11th of May. If those of you, like Jenny, I can see you in the room. I'm not quite sure. I'll probably be one street for you, Jenny. So either you might like to come to the conference, or you might like to arrange and meet us while I'm in Melbourne. Very happy to meet people. In fact, maybe what I'll do is put together some sort of get-together, as I did last time I was in Melbourne, which is a sales / meeting of like-minded people. How are you going there, Mikhail? Are you ready to
go? Good. I'm just...
okay, go.
You can see my screen, right?
I can. I'm handing it back to you. I'll just mute myself.
Okay, good. So again, this is interactive brokers, and please see there is a function on the top. It's a menu. You click on this, and you can see configure. This is global configuration. If you click on it, you will see this is a workstation global configuration. And you move your attention to API. You can see this two errors. Once you click on API, you click on settings, and there are lots of boxes, and you can tick them all. That's no problem. And then, as I said, you need to add trusted connection. So you click create, and you type literally 127.0.0.1, and then you click OK. So it's very simple, and once it's done, you click apply, and your data should flow from interactive brokers. Consider that you actually subscribe for data through interactive brokers. Of course, you need to have data from interactive brokers, and once it's done, you can click on, you can start your OptionVue, and you can see that interactive brokers now are connected. I've got symbol limit is 100, and you can start it, and try to reconnect, and it will reconnect in a minute. You can see my numbers of quotes are low, 52, only 52 lines, and I already set some stock quotes over here, and this is very simple. It's this list of stocks, and as you normally set any stocks, the difference is you need to put -A, which is references to Australian market. And as an example, we can say telecom, which is TEL-A, and then enter, and data will flow over here once it's updated. So let me just show you how you can set the metrics. Because if you just click on metrics here, and I click on metrics on BHP, then sorry, I need to restart OptionVue because yeah, it's actually picked up fine. So you can see metrics is working fine for BHP, and it still will show you analysis of positions. You can see that I placed one at 38 call, and if I click analyze, it will perfectly show the P&L. And although there is some strange curve which I cannot explain why, but you can see that you can still analyze in the way how you normally analyze US stock. You can do this with Australian stock. And what you can do, how you can update your data if it's after market hours, for instance, you can push Control and then T together, and it will give you an updated prices. Okay, again, this is for trade itself. If I want to buy 100 shares, I can put here 100 shares, add, and you can see my exposure change. You can see that initial margin and maintenance margin are different now, and you can see this is required, and this is how much this position will cost me. You can see delta, gamma, theta, vega, etc. So this is normal analysis for any options you can do on US stock, except this is on Australian stock, and you can do profit and loss analysis. You can do calculation of each lags, which is really, really important, because then you can estimate your points of exit, for instance, 10th of April, and um, and you can see volatility, for instance, will rise by 1%, or sorry, rise will be 2%, for instance, rise. And you can see that now it is applicable for Australian stock, which is really good. Let me come back again to the unpleasant part of it, how you can set the strikes again. Let me just show you. Let's close BHP and say, let's go through Rio Tinto. Okay, we are just about to click metrics, and once metrics loaded, okay, we need to make sure that connection is established, of course, and it has been re-established again. And if you haven't had any positions here, if you have not filled any metrics, then you need to define the strikes, and you click on define, you see, and you call it Rio and probably A just for Australia, or A Australia, and you've got auto strike enable. You can disable it, and you can show only intervals with 1 points or 5 points. That's normal, nothing new. But you need to click on options, and here under strikes, you need to type real strikes which you are going to trade. For instance, 60, okay, or 61. Okay, you see, it's very simple. Yeah, it takes time, it takes your efforts, but it's not like you need to type everything. And April picks up automatically expiration. May, the same. June. Okay, now we need to put 0.01. This is a smaller stick, and WMS. This is the format. Again, all this information is available on the website. You can follow step by step, and now you can see there is no data, right? So it has to be connected. Market is closed now, and it creates a little bit more trouble from my side to present it correctly, but um, basically it will run through, and you can update data during the market, and if you need to use Control T together to get the data, that's still fine. Okay, so this is pretty much how it works. Again, it's not perfect. We're sorry that it's too much manual, but at least you can still utilize mathematics behind OptionVue. You can still take advantage of fair price calculation and modeling volatility, and I think it's already the first good step towards better trading and better results. Now, I'd like to present again few websites. First of all, it's OptionVue.com, where you can read about news and what has happened after this release 4.3. There was another announcement about OpScan, which as well has been advanced further, and OpScan allows you to scan the market and find combinations which are suitable for you. And here on OptionVue website, there is a very detailed explanation, and at the same time you can click on this data. You can see click and save link as, and then you save it somewhere in your C drive OptionVue 7 BKGND folder. Okay, very simple to find it. And again, if you prefer to deal with Australian website, which I'll be happy to present to you again, it's here.com.au, and I try to make it slightly different from US. And you can read the news, you can read about Paul, myself, and other people from OptionVue involved there, and you can see all information here available. And here we've got video, and this video will be uploaded as well onto YouTube, and you'll be able to watch YouTube. And I selected few videos which are essential from OptionVue, how to use OptionVue, some essential techniques, essential understanding, and there are direct links for yourself, so you can use them directly and enjoy the trades. Okay. Again, I'd like to come back to my contact details, and these are my contact details. If you need any support, any assistance, I'm more than happy to provide you one-on-one support and help you to set. Or, as I said, if you don't have latest OptionVue, if you don't have certain models connecting you to Interactive Brokers data, please let me know, and I'll get in touch with you, and I'll help you to get best price and best solution for you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think I have finished my presentation for now, and if you have any questions, please do let me know.